Wow. Okay. Yeah. It like Greensaver came on and just, you know, fucked it up. So I checked the recording. It is still there. So let's just continue with what I was saying. I think, yeah, I should be moving the mouse around so that it doesn't go into the screensaver because I fucked it up. Well, anyways, let's just kind of move on. I think I'm done with what I had to say about, the Halloween films. I will say though, when it comes to the 2018 and beyond, that trilogy, I thought they were actually pretty good. And even though everyone hates on Ends, Halloween Ends, and truly it is, the weakest of the series. Everyone says that it sucks. I just thought it was just, I can cut it a little slack because I can understand his injuries. I just thought it was just okay, I suppose, or nothing to write home about. But I don't think it's like the absolute worst thing. I don't know what. I suppose it seemed like he was trying to get a prodigy, but maybe not really. I mean, you could look at it like with Michael Myers was just, he was recovering, so he maybe needed someone. Maybe he was just using that kid to, to help him kill for a while, and he was never really his partner, even though I know he saw like some evil in him. So, but maybe that is why he thought he could use him as he was like a means to an end kind of thing until he's fully recovered. But well, as Jamie Lee Curtis or Laurie Strode, said in Halloween Kills, the more he kills, the more he transcends. That's another one people had an issue with. Why they thought it was at the time before Halloween Ends, they kind of thought this was a bad one. Halloween Kills was not that great until Halloween Ends came along. But because Laurie Strode never had a confrontation with Michael Myers in that one, they never faced off. But from a story standpoint, it makes sense. She's still recovering, and she thought he was dead for a while and was still recovering, so that's why. So, and I liked the dialogue and that character piece, of between Laurie Strode and Will Patton's character, who he was the was he like a chief of police or sheriff or something, and his history with Michael Myers from. I liked how they kind of added that little backstory to him, that he was there back in, the 70s or 78, 79 or whatever, and had a chance to end it, if he let Dr. Loomis shoot, Michael Myers to finally end evil. So I do like that conversation they were having, that it was character building, and I really like that. Something like, even though not exactly as extreme or on that level, but it's something similar to with Quentin Tarantino with things like Reservoir Dogs or Hateful Eight, where it's more dialogue driven and story driven, than there is action. So it was kind of like that, and we still did have that, even though it wasn't really Laurie Strode, or it didn't feature Laurie Strode really in any of the action. Save for the whole chase scene, but that doesn't really count. This was Michael Myers, some of his most brutal kills. Especially that opening one against those firemen, the way he killed them. Not Art the Clown, Terrifier level, but still, for a Halloween franchise, it was some of his most brutal. But I did like that one. Anyways, moving on. We have the Addams. This is what I like. It's mixing all this stuff up. The Addams Family CGI one with Chloe Grace Moretz voicing Wednesday Addams, which I do like the Netflix Wednesday show or series on Netflix, and I'm looking forward to second season whenever that comes. The Hills Have Eyes series. I think this is part of the remake, and that one is okay. You can check that out, but then. You also have the original Wes Craven one, right? I forget that. Was it? Berryman. Was his name Michael Berryman? I know it was like, I think it was Berryman. I don't want to bother looking it up, but he's the one where he has a strange look to him, and he was in The Devil's Rejects, the chicken fucker. He was accused of being a chicken fucker, but he's the bald guy, and he has a very distinct looking face, and I think his name was Barrymore. Don't quote me on that, I could be absolutely wrong, but that same actor was in the end of the Beastmaster 2 Through the Portal of Time, which was in 1990. When Dar, played by Mark Singer, says, what goes on here? And he's like, we don't. He goes, hello, brother, or hello, stranger. He goes, yes, how are you, stranger? And he goes, we all don't know what it is or where it came from. And it was that Corvette or whatever that Kerry Woorer, who played Jackie Trent, left behind in Arak, the world of Arak, a different dimension, right? With the dimension of where Adar, the Beastmaster, is from. We all don't know what it is or where it came from, but we all want to possess it. And they're all worshipping it. And someone hits the stereo. Okay, this is Beastmaster 2. And the song comes on, and then Dar goes, rock and roll, rock and roll, rock and roll, rock and roll, rock and roll. Yeah, it's great. I think the name of the song was I Need a Hero, right? I need a hero. Oh, no. Oh, not that song, but I want to be a hero. I fight till I die 'cause I love you that much. Yeah, it's not a really good song, but it's a cheesy song. It's, nostalgic, now, but, it also stars Wings Hauser as Lord Arklon, and Sarah Douglas as the witch Elandra or something like that. I forgot her name. Elara or something, but anyways, that's where that guy, which I think his name was Berryman from The Hills Have Eyes, the original one, was from. Resident Evil franchise. I thought overall these were still fun, fun but dumb one. To me, my personal favorite is the second one, Apocalypse, but that is just me. 1776 was the year it happened. I was 24, younger than you are now, but times were different then. I was a man at that age, master of a large plantation just south of New Orleans, something like that, right? All I need to find you, Louis, is follow the corpses of rats. Evilest point of view. God kills indiscriminately, and so shall we. For no creatures under God are as we are, none so like him as ourselves. Right? Where's Mama? Mama's in heaven. We all go to heaven, just like that poor young woman. We all go to heaven. This is Louis. He was about to leave us, but now he's not. Now he's going to stay. Louis, you fiend. One happy family. Okay, anyways, the Beetlejuice cartoon. I remember not liking this back in the day. I watch it now, and it's nostalgic fun, but I remember in middle school, I was talking with another kid in shop class, and we were talking about cartoons we liked and cartoons that we did not like. And this was one of them. First was that Super Mario Brothers cartoon. We were talking about it like, hey, you want to know what cartoon sucks? It's that Super Mario Brothers first he said the Beetlejuice cartoon. Yeah, the Beetlejuice cartoon. I think that sucks. I'm like, yeah, it's not so good. You want to know what else sucks? Is that Super Mario Brothers cartoon. Yeah, that sucks too. I agree. And I said, although I do love it when Friday comes around, because that Legends of Zelda cartoon is great. It's only on Friday, which is part of that Super Mario Brothers show, animated cartoon show, which have that Legend of Zelda cartoon. Poltergeist remake. I think I saw this one. I think this one was okay. Or am I thinking the one with that kind of laughing toy that would roll? And maybe I'm thinking Deliver Us from Evil. I think it's Deliver Us from Evil. A stuffy fell on the ground and kept slowly rolling to the little girl. Something like that. I don't know. Red Riding Hood I haven't seen. Death Becomes Her, very good. It Follows. This was pretty good. Identity. This was something else. Yeah, and what a twist ending here. Amanda Peet, John Cusack, Ray Liotta. And the one at the end, it stars the guy that he has something wrong with his eyes. I mean, I don't know if anything's wrong with it, but his eyes are always shaking. I've seen him in quite a few films, but I don't recall his name, or maybe I never knew it. But 30 Days and 30 Nights, this vampire film, this was okay. Last House on the Left, is this the one? I think that's the one with, hold on here. It was Aquamarine, Sarah Paxton, right? And Sarah Paxton was Aquamarine in that movie, which also stars JoJo and Emma Roberts, which, just an FYI, Emma Roberts is the daughter of Eric Roberts from Best of the Best, right? That guy. And he was in Human Centipede #3, Eric Roberts. And if you've seen DOA, Dead or Alive, which was quite underrated and a fun one, but she's actually the daughter of Eric Roberts, Eric Roberts is the brother of Julia Roberts. The Insidious films were fun. The Last Key, is this Kate Hudson? Oh, shit, no. Oof. Okay. Death Proof, Stuntman Mike, okay, is played by Kurt Russell. Oh, we also have Rose McGowan, which I really wish that Robert Rodriguez went through with making that Red Sonja film, but I guess because that Conan film sucked, and it did suck, and it did badly. If it was other than Conan, not a Conan film, it actually would have been decent, pretty good actually, but, to me, Jason Momoa fucked it up. That's just me, though. But if that did well, I think, he would have gone through with the Red Sonja, even though he has nothing to do with that one, I think, but still, I think he was waiting to see how that went. The Mist, okay, this one is quite good, Thomas Jane, right? This one, among other people. I Know What You Did Last Summer franchise. It's okay. I don't want to go through everything. Texas Chainsaw, okay. This one, was his name Arnold Cunningham, and that bully who kind of just reminds me of a greaser or something straight out of like fucking Grease or something, like a John Travolta kind of character, but it's not him. Cunningham, come on, come get it, Cunningham, making fun of him, and I think he was playing keep away with him, bullying him rather. Godzilla, The Evil Dead, this is a much different tone, this original one, than the second one. They're kind of both standalone, but of course both starring Bruce Campbell. And The Evil Dead Rises, for the record, is also very good. Paranorman, this is good too. He can see ghosts. Planet Terror, this is a very fun one with Rose McGowan, post-apocalyptic zombie flick, and she gets that machine gun leg from that Coraline. I've seen this like a couple times, quite good, with the button eyes. House of a Thousand Corpses, this one, The Devil's Rejects, and Three from Hell. They are fun ones. This is the weakest of them, of course, and sadly the passing of Sid Haig, who was in the first two, who owned that pit stop store, but the actor Sid Haig died. One of the films I'll always remember him, in addition to, of course, Galaxy of Terror, where he was that crystal shard wielding kind of warrior guy. It's a sci-fi film, but he respects the crystals, let's say, and can kind of control it, like when he throws it and it comes back to him. It's a shard kind of thing, almost like Blade's throwing weapon, or I think it was called the Glade, right, or the Glab or the Glade in the movie. If you've seen it, Krull, 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 which stars a young Liam Neeson, but it's kind of like that type of thing. But he was in one of those Women in Cages Films, which was I believe it was a Corman sexploitation flick from the 70s. And basically the warden, woman in there, has these women prisoners in there, and she would let the men guards rape the women there and torture them and stuff. And so one woman who stood up against them, I forgot which one they are, which film it was, but they're all kind of the same to me, those women in cages. Well, anyways, she was going to give that female warden, a taste of her own medicine. So she forces at gunpoint, Sid Haig, a much younger Sid Haig, holds him at gunpoint and orders him to, basically rape her, the warden, to give her a taste of taste of her own medicine. And Sid Haig looks at her and he just looks back and goes, "Lady, you're not going to need that gun. You don't have to force me." So that just kind of cracked me up. I mean, I know it's a bad thing, but it's just, it was a funny line. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, Meth Gator, Pan's Labyrinth, Guillermo del Toro. This is a classic. So good. I was about to say uno, dos, tres, tocolapade. Uno, dos, tres, tocolapade. That's The Orphanage. Sorry. Not the same film. But that fawn. Nada. And he says something, nada. I remember that. And that guy, I forgot his name, but the main bad guy in here, that Spanish guy. What an asshole. Yeah. Dead Silence. Very good. I think her name was something Shaw. I forgot her first name, but something Shaw. And she was, she would hold these puppet shows, and people accused her of killing the children, something like that, and they took justice into their own hands, and now her dummies come alive. House on Haunted Hill. Yeah, this was a fun one. Hellraiser film and the Hellraiser franchise, very good. Doug Bradley. Of course, he's always going to be Pinhead to me. There was that remake one. Not really remake. It was like a Hulu original one. I forgot what it was called. It might have just been called Hellraiser, and it meant it to be like either reboot or something. But it was actually a dude who was playing... it was a dude, but I mean, it's like, when I first saw the trailers, I thought it was a woman, like a real woman, but it turned out it was just really a man, like dressed in drag, and like, not for the film, but I mean, it's in real life, that actor is really like that. Like I suppose, I suppose he was like a transgender or something, but yeah. So I didn't know that, but that's not my reason for, for me, Doug Bradley was, is the original Pinhead. The Children of the Corn, a very early Linda Hamilton film, and John Franklin, I think, was Isaac, right? He has that disorder where he looks like he's much older than what he is. He has that, and for a time I accused that actor Joffrey from the Game of Thrones, being afflicted with that same disease, but that's just what he looks like, sadly. But John Franklin. What the hell are you kids doing here? It is my birthday. Your birthday, huh? Yeah, well, you got a really sick way of showing it, pal. Quick, get Isaac. No, wait. Get Malachi, because he's much more of a threat, right? Outlander! Outlander! We have your woman! Perhaps you don't hear so good! Right? Lake Placid 2. I've seen the first one with Bull Pullman and Bridget Fonda, Oliver Platt. Good one, good film. Batman vs. Dracula. A lot of people didn't like this series of Batman. I've never really seen a lot of them, but they're just maybe okay at best. But this particular film I enjoyed. Slither, very good. Nathan Fillion, Michael Rooker, I think, is also in it. Life, I haven't seen. The Frighteners. Come on now. Michael J. Come on. I can't fight him. I can't fight him, whatever the girl's name is. Let's call her Jane, right? I can't fight her, Jane. I'm going to need an out-of-body experience. And I'm going to need it right now. Look away, Jane. Look away. No, wait, don't. There's another way. The cryogenics type thing, right? Bones, I haven't seen, but isn't that Snoop Dogg? American Mary. Catherine Isabel, one of the best. Directed by the Soska twins, or Soska sisters, right? Very good one. Do check this out. Texas Chainsaw Massacre with, fuck, I don't know. Dennis Hopper. This one, All Hallows Eve 2, does not feature Art the Clown. VHS series, Creepshow 1 and 2, great anthology films. One of my favorites, of course, along with Trick or Treat. Those are like really great. Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, and the second one, Elvira's Haunted Hills, are also very good. See No Evil 1 and 2. This one was directed by the Soska twins also. But this one, which one did I think I saw this one. Somehow I didn't see that. I skipped this one. What prompted me to see this was Daniel Harris and Catherine Isabel. It was not that great, but I mean, just to see those two together. Sharknado, it's a fun, stupid one. The Exorcist film was great. Oh, yeah, come on. Night of the Return of the Living Dead. It's good, and, at least up to the third one is quite good. With the third one starring Mindy Clark. Very good one. Let Me In, remake of Let the Right One In. This one stars Chloe Grace Moretz, Richard Jenkins, Elias Cotes, Casey Jones, right, from the first, and I think even second. In fact, I think he's in all three, but, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle films. Yeah, this one, if someone didn't make that put the decimal point in the wrong place, like in Office Space, this would still be going on. There was like a counting error, right? May, I saw this one. She's trying to assemble a friend with different body parts. Wasn't this woman also in one of those Carrie made-for-TV films, and there was supposed to be a series of that? Tucker and Dale, a very good one, I thought. Not what you expect to, but very good. Yeah, I have to see that again. Okay, I'm going a little bit fast here, but I don't want this to go on forever. Sleepaway Camp. I think I've seen all of these, but this one with Felissa Rose, yeah, very good one. And then, of course, there's those, you could see those classic ones, like, the Vincent Price ones, like House of the Fall of Usher, and, I think it's called a comedy of theater comedy, or comedy of theater. I can't remember the name, but it has Peter Lorre in there, and it's a Edgar Allan Poe thing. I think he walls up. I can't remember which one it was. Comedy of Terrors or Comedies of Theater, something like that. He walls up Vincent Price and the woman there. He bricks them. Puts them in the wall and puts a brick. Bricklaying to hide them. And he has a nightmare where they come out of that. They break out of it and play basketball with his head. And I think at the end of that one, when they tear down that wall, I thought they heard some moaning or something. And there they are, dead. Teeth. She has teeth in her vagina. Nosferatu. The Species films, quite good. Natasha Henstridge. Is this supposed to be The Prophecy with Christopher Walken? But like maybe Spanish version. And Zombie, right? Is this like a Lucio Fulci? I think it is a Fulci film, this one. Quite sick. The Changeling. Speaking of which, classic old school ghost story starring George C. Scott and Tris Vanderbeer. I forgot her full name. Will it tell me if and I'm just going to pause that too. Yeah, Jean Mar. Yeah, Trish Van Devere. I think these two ended up marrying. And Jean Marsh, who is Queen Bavmorda. But yeah, very good one. Anyways, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Happy Halloween. Sorry it took so long.